Hello, I'm a J critic, and I remember it because I have to. Today we take a look at history. No, not movie history. No, not video game history. No, not even wrestling history. Today we look at a man who made and changed history. His name is Donald Marshall Jr. On September 13, 1953, in Sydney, Marshall Jr. was born. He is the eldest of 13, and his father was an honorary Grand Chief. He was a rebellious young child who often got himself in trouble with the cops, joining a gang called the Mambertos Shipyard Gang. They did petty thievery and engaged in panhandling. The cops know him very well for his delinquent behavior. He wasn't a very violent person. According to my sources and research, they said that his life was full of promise. And at age 17, everything changed for young Donald Marshall. Sandy Seals, a friend of Donald's, was murdered in 1971, and the police were trying to figure out who did it. Sandy was making racist remarks at Donald and Ebsary before he got killed. Ebsary lied to the cops and said that it was Donald who killed Sandy that night. But really, it was Ebsary. Donald spent 11 years in prison. Because of this, he missed several funerals. One of them was his grandmother. In 1779, Donald Marshall tried to make an escape from Spring Hill. He actually did for a little bit, but then was soon after captured. During his time in prison, Donald not only dealt with racist phone calls, but he also dealt with depression and addiction, and told anyone who would listen that he was innocent. In 1982, someone by the name of Jimmy McNeil came forward and said they saw it happen, and that it was Ebsary who stabbed Sandy. It was believed that a racist system had played a role in Donald Marshall being arrested, as well as the lie that was told earlier. But this is not the last time Donald would face the law.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason plot. I see no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. And to you who's fans of J Ward here, some special news for old and young, far and near. On the month of Justin's birth, February, you will see a full month of Vendetta. Justin will try to make things such as video games for I, me, V for Vendetta, and so much more. Until then, he may make some more videos, but you'll have to wait and see. Remember the 5th.
In August 1993, Donald was fishing for eels while it was not fishing season. This led to the police arresting him for illegal fishing. And this led to a 6-year legal battle over the treaty that was signed in 1952. It went to the Supreme Court of Canada, and according to Donald Marshall, he said that I wasn't there for myself, I was there for my people. And he never considered himself a political activist. His father, Donald Marshall Sr., through this debate, became known as a reluctant hero. And Donald Marshall Jr. became a central figure in a landmark 1999 Supreme Court of Canada ruling. and guaranteed Aboriginal treaty rights to fish and hunt. On Thursday, Chief Lawrence Paul said his name, Donald Marshall Jr., should go down in history as a sympathetic individual who had the rights of the Mi'kmaq people close to his heart. On August the 6th, 2009, Donald Marshall Jr. was found dead at his home. CBC The National, whether it was the original plan or not, decided to do an episode on the life of Donald. They sat down and interviewed with Donald's parents and one of his many brothers. David, the one brother that CBC did talk to on this episode, asked David what he thought. And David said he was a fighter and he made a big difference to this country. I'm a Jay critic, and I remember it because I have to.